Yes, there was some minor editing there due to the ending of the previous video. Alright, first things first, let's go to the construction yard on Giant Steep and finish that off. And then I might try landing on the Quantum Moon. I can see that there's still a ton of other stuff I have to do. I have to check out Hollow's Lantern because that is in the computer and I've not been there yet. There's a ton of stuff at Brittle Hollow that I've missed. Something at Dark Bramble. And I haven't even touched the Hourglass Twins. Also, I have been thinking about Timber Hearth and the Grove at the end of the previous video. I want to go back down there again, down that geyser, because I've seen that geyser moves, and maybe different locations will take me to different places under the surface. Do I have anything I want to look at here? Construction yard. The Nomai built the orbital probe cannon at a construction yard on Giant Steep. I've been there twice, but I really haven't had the time to look around, so we'll do that first. There's so much stuff here. Grab the soup, because otherwise I will forget. Yeah, I've got a feeling we can go to Mine Site 2A. I've got to go back to that grove and maybe take a very specific path to get there. But that can wait. I see the poles on the left and the right, so I can just go straight in. Okay, there's Gapro's place. That's Statue Island. No, that's the construction yard. I don't recall if I ever landed on this side or not. Alright, so these things. I realised in my editing that these are most likely safety capsules. When the cyclone hits, we can hide here, and that keeps the Nomai safe from, flying about the place. I don't know if it gives oxygen or not, but I think that's what this is. It's basically just an area where we can go for safety. I don't think it's anything more sophisticated like a teleporter or anything like that. Let's do some translation. Cassava, this is it. We finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant Steep for assembly. Cassava, our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. Do I have anything special about Privet in my notes? Not really. They suggested using probes instead of the detector on Brittle Hollow and the Azure Rock. Cassava, to all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed, where many other attempts have not. Daz, if I know my brother, Evans, and his spouse will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible. I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. We've got some relationships there. Daz, I propose we give Avens and Mallow a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. Yeah, Avens and Mallow were correct. They called it. Daz, are you going gelatinous on us, love? I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. Cassava and Daz have something going on. Cassava, if I'm ever half as gooey as Mallow and Avens behave together, Daz, You may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. Okay, I'll make some notes on that later. Didn't want to do that just yet. So, apart from this first room, what do we have? Is it literally just these magnetic walkways? We've got something over there. And we've possibly got something over there as well. How do I reach that? That path there is broken, so I think I'll just walk this way and see where it takes me. Can I drop here? Yes. The three modules: control, launch, and probe. Projection pool that looks at the control module, which is intact. We've absolutely been here. I've spent a lot of time in there. Right, so does this give me oxygen? It does not, but basically, I think all this does is it acts as a safe place where I can wait this out. Patience. Yeah, that's all that is. Is that exactly the same time as the other timer that we saw? I'm guessing yes, because that's saying that the long-range probe successfully launched. Just making sure my settings are correct. Which will be around the same time that it received the signal from the Ash Twins of fire. Okay. No more messages there. Let's translate this guy. Cassava. I have bad news, Avens. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. I think I've read this. I have read this. There is a copy of that. Oh, where was it? I think it might have been in the launch module. That's exactly the same though. I'm surprised that's actually given me an update to the computer because I've already read that. I've seen that. That's interesting. What and where was the proposed power source though? My immediate thought is maybe it has something to do with the black hole that they were trying to generate or harness on Bristle Hollow, the core. Okay, I see nothing over here. I did look underwater briefly, but I don't believe there was anything there either. Where would this be? Was this in the room with the two cyclones in the South Pole detector? If it's not there, I can't think where it will be unless maybe it's in some random place under the surface. Are we going to see cyclones? Yeah. Have I seen everything there is to see here? I'll get a bit closer to that side, but I don't believe there's anything else here. I have been giving thought about that overnight. I've still got nothing. I don't know how we approach that. Feldspar might have the answer, but finding Feldspar I think is going to involve going into Dark Bramble. O2 is a bit low. I see a tree up there. Is that important? It's probably near where I landed my ship, but I'd like to confirm. No, the ship's over there. Where am I seeing that tree? Come on, you. It's over there. Can I reach that area with my ship? It's just a random tree sticking out of nowhere like that. And I've got to be honest, it looks much like the structure that we see poking out of the core. Is that a hint, perhaps? This thing's likely going to go flying. I was wondering maybe if we could use a cyclone to penetrate the core somehow, but what I've seen so far, the only cyclones that are attacking islands like that are cyclones that go upwards. How far down do these things come? I mean, look at this. I can see the currents here. A bit hard to see now, but there's like a white current here. Where is it? There it is. We can't penetrate that unless we use the counterclockwise cyclone. I can't imagine that the islands can temporarily penetrate that. And even if they could, they would not go all the way down to the core. Okay, I think we'll leave Giant's Deep for now. And we'll see if we can land on this Quantum Moon somehow. That's not the Quantum Moon. Where are you today? I locked onto it, but I think that's enough to get rid of it. It is. What about if I look at it here and just go, no, you know what? I'm not actually... Wait a minute. It's still there. Never mind. So I'm just going to approach it, fire a scout, immediately photograph, and if I can get a photograph of it, maybe that's enough for me to land on it. Just gotta get a bit closer. Right, I see it on that photo. You can see the sun down the bottom. Giant's Deep is the black circle, and you can just see a little circle on the bottom left. Is that enough? Come on. This is hard. Right. Is this actually going to work? Holy shit. Spooky ass music. We found a Nomai. Okay, this is the North Pole. We're at the North Pole. So the shrine needs to be at the North Pole. Right now, though, if I can get out of here without completely losing the place, I would like to check out what's on this moon. It's a water world. I can't go too high. If I go too high, I assume the moon disappears. Yeah, are we still at the North Pole? I wish the game would tell me this without me having to leave the ship. Still at the North Pole. That doesn't look like the same Nomai. I thought they were in a different stance. Okay, hang on. So this is the North Pole. Let me fire the scout launcher here. Oh, what the fuck is this? That's not a good location for it. Let me try and readjust. A tree? Not that I think that means anything. Let me fire the scout again. There we go. That's a good shot. Oh, what the fuck? That's the Nomai shuttle, very clearly. Can I take a photo of it in case it goes walkabout? I can't see it here, so I'm terrified that if I land ship... Yep, that's what I was worried about. We're at a water world, but the water's not terribly deep. Okay, I now realize that I'm mistaking my ship graphic for the North Pole. My bad. So this is the South Pole. Okay, my ship's not moving around. That's good. Or is it? Why are you getting tossed about like that? Oh my god. Right, I saw it very briefly. Hopefully it comes back. Having said that though, I probably need to see it again from a different angle, rather than just standing in one spot spinning around. Like that. There's nothing stopping me walking there. It's a Nomai shuttle. I assume it's not the one that we saw on the Interloper. Oh my god, this game's going places. What do we have here? Solanum. I am here! After watching it wander the skies for so long, I am about to stand, for the first time, on the Quantum Moon. Okay, so Solanum is actually a named Nomai character, whom Bells was speaking to, back at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge on Bristle Hollow. Solanum. As expected, my shuttle has landed at the moon's south pole. I shall make the remainder of my journey on foot. Solanum. We don't know why the quantum moon always welcomes its visitors at the South Pole. Just that this is true. Interesting, so we're always going to land at the South Pole. Solanum. As a child, I considered such unknowns sinister. Now, though, I understand they bear no ill will. The universe is, and we are. Solanum. I am ready. This was his ship. One moment. Is there anything else in here before I... What is that? It's something. My immediate thought is that's a black hole. Maybe that's what they were doing on Bristle Hollow, crafting black holes for their ships. Interesting. Alright, what have I got here? That's me trying to hit the touchpad to access the map. We are no longer on the map. What just happened? We just teleported either somewhere else or... Oh, okay. We're at the Whitehall Station. We're still at the Whitehall Station. The middle one teleported me out of the quantum... Oh fuck, what the hell? Okay then. We are clearly not qualified to fly the shuttle. That was as terrifying as the anglerfish. We blinked twice, the quantum moon just disappeared. Alright, I'm going back there immediately, but I will take a look at the computer before I go back in, because I feel there's going to be some notes in there that I need to read. This island is where the Nomai built the orbital probe cannon. Yep, I've read that. For some reason, the Nomai put the orbital probe cannon on indefinite hiatus. The cannon was not asked to fire. It had something to do with the power source. According to a Nomai computer, a long-range probe was recently launched from the orbital probe cannon. That's what we see at the start of each loop, and that's what the Ash Twin computer told us. I was able to land on the surface of the quantum moon. I found a dead Nomai in a spacesuit near the South Pole. No idea who that is. A Nomai named Solanum landed her shuttle at the quantum moon's South Pole and prepared to make the rest of her journey on foot. Visitors to the quantum moon always arrive at the South Pole, for reasons unknown to the Nomai. Okay. Gravity cannon. A huge cylindrical structure that generates a strong upward gravity field. I recalled a Nomai shuttle from the quantum moon. Ah, that's what recall is. So I'm thinking about the Interloper shuttle. If we can get to the gravity cannon at Ember Twin, we can recall the shuttle and it's just going to teleport there. Got it. I'll take a look at that. The Nomai detected a quantum signal coming from somewhere on the Hourglass Twins. Okay, so that's just going to tell us about the grove. There is a strange rock shard in this grove that moves when I'm not watching. It emits a sequel on the quantum fluctuations frequency. I found a poem written on one of the trees in the grove. That was Gabro's poem. Yeah, I've read that. The Nomai builds a shrine on the Quantum Moon to aid in the pilgrimage to its sixth location. Remember this final rule. To explore the sixth location, the shrine must be on the moon's north pole. The pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon was a deeply significant journey for the Nomai. After the two groups of Nomai stranded on Ember Twin and Bristle Hollow were reunited, it became their united goal to find and visit the Quantum Moon. Yeah, I wasn't able to confirm the location of the second escape pod. I did read somewhere it was on Ember Twin, but I've not been there yet, so it's not confirmed. I need to go back there immediately. Thing is, I don't believe I can target it. Okay, it's orbiting Timberhearth. I don't believe I can target it in the auto map because if I do, it's going to disappear. And I say it's potentially Timberhearth, but I don't see it now. Right. Probably going to crash into the Atla Rock. Okay, right now I don't see it. Where is our friend, the Wandering Moon? I feel it should be very easy to see, but I don't see it here. Just doing that to try and get it to respawn. There you are. Yeah, selected, and I think it goes walkabout immediately. Just like that. Okay, Hourglass wins. Which is not great, because I don't believe I've ever... Oh, it's going behind the sun now. Shit. I'm going to reposition it. Right. I think I can see it orbiting Bristle Hollow. Nah, you know what? I think I'm full of shit. The thing is, this doesn't work well because all of the other places have a quantum shard on them. And that's going to interfere with the signal. Giant Steep. Please. That's the island shard. And just like that, it's gone. It went because it disappeared behind Giant Steep. Now it's around Timberhearth. This might be premature, but I don't care. There we go. This does not look like the same place. We're at the South Pole. Does the moon change between loops, perhaps? Right, this here is the shrine, very clearly. So at the moment, it's in orbits above Timber Hearth. That must be the 6th location. It must be. The question is, what on earth is this going to do? I don't think that was there before. Let's have a read. You have recalled the rule of quantum imaging. Recall the rule of quantum entanglements. We don't know that. Recall the rule of the 6th location. We need to learn about that, presumably, before we can get through here, or maybe I can wing it. Maybe. Yeah, okay, we're at Bristle Hollow, so... okay, so the planet changes depending on which planet it is orbiting. Question. He's not here. How do I get this thing to go to the North Pole? I assume if I get into my ship, if my ship is even around the place, I don't know anymore, I can't see the marker, then bad thing's gonna happen. Okay, I'm dead. Just like that. Just like that. Well, I mean, I'm here. I've got about 3 minutes of oxygen and 1 minute of fuel, so how about we go back in there? I've got nothing better to do on this loop now that I've done that. So it's telling me there's a third rule I need to know. Well, what the hell's just happened? I think gravity's kicked in, even though gravity is 0.0. Am I dead? I'll take that as a yes. We saw Rebek's name at the end there, but that's nothing. Right, so the quantum moon moves around 5 locations. We've seen that we can move the moon when we're actually on the moon using the shrine. And if I want to access the secret 6th location, I need to move it to the North Pole. But there's another rule that I need to learn first, apparently, because I'm not smart enough to figure it out myself just by brute forcing it. On some shrine? Yeah, we saw that. Let's take a look. A Nomai shrine that wanders about the quantum moon. You have recalled the rule of quantum imaging is inscribed next to a mural of a tower on an island. Recall the rule of quantum entanglement is inscribed next to a mural of a quantum shard in a cave. Recall the rule of the 6th location is inscribed next to a mural of a tower hanging above a black hole. Yep, we've seen that. Quantum shard in the cave. I mean, that could be literally anywhere. I would think it's not at Bristle Hollow though, because that's where we saw the 6th location. So maybe the Hourglass Twins, Maybe even the depths of Timber Hearth, perhaps. Many Nomai went on a pilgrimage during which the Quantum Moon carried them to its sixth and most secret location. To explore the sixth location, the shrine on the Quantum Moon must be on the moon's north pole. Yeah, Hourglass Twins. I think that's where I'm going next. Every Nomai warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. To use a tower, you must be standing on the warp platform during the tower's alignment with its corresponding astral body. The alignment happens when the astral body is directly overhead. I don't get this. I don't get it because I need to go there with my ship, find an appropriate tower, and then teleport back here, or teleport back to Timber Hearth, or Giant's Deep, or wherever have you. We've seen the teleported locations. The issue I've got is that it separates us from our ship by a reasonable distance, and that means we don't have oxygen and we don't have fuel for the rest of the loop. I'm not sure what to make of that, to be quite blunt. I would like to take a look at the tunnels underneath Timber Hearth again, just because I don't want to go to the Hourglass Twins on this video. I'll save it for the next one. It talks about mining site 2A, so I think that's what I need to find. How though? I don't know. Did not recognize that as a moon. Is there any chance this here is mining site 2A? I don't see any signs of man-made structures around here. Can I even climb these things? I can. Wasn't trying to go that way, but thank you, game. I appreciate it. I'm most likely dead. I'm not dead. Once again, we've got these geothermal... Oh, God. Okay, we didn't go all the way up. That's good. I'm okay with that. Okay, where am I going? It looks very similar to the area where I found myself yesterday, or on the previous recording, which I recorded yesterday. That took me up to... No, it was the next room. This took me to a room with a tablet, and what appeared to be very early Hearthians who basically hadn't evolved yet. We were still stuck in the ocean. We spent so long trying to get out of the ocean, and look at this, I'm back in the ocean. So we're directly below 2B at the moment. This is terrifying. Trying to move backwards? No. If I go back down here, there's a recorder. Have I seen this? No, that's not a recorder. That's a barrel and some other shit. The hell? I assume this area was not flooded at some point. Okay, where the bloody hell am I? Is the geyser going to eject me here, or do I need help? Want to go further up? I just need to wait for this thing to kick in. Like so. Okay, that was unexpected. I was not expecting... Hey fellas, how are we doing? I was not expecting to come here. And now that I'm here, I need to say something else as well, which is, during my 15 minutes of playing on the Alts, I thought I saw something else around the village. Unfortunately, my ship is nowhere to be seen, so maybe I'll just meditate for a bit. Is this site 2A perhaps? I doubt it. But I mean, anything's possible. I could have sworn there was a path over here. Just looking for above, I saw this little opening here. The graveyard? Oh, geez. Here lies binary semaphore. Is this a dev thing? Here lies is River. Here lies Sean Ariamaki Ridinger. I sincerely apologize if I'm not getting your names correct. That is significantly more depressing than I thought it would be. Our ship is 308 meters away. Is there anything else here that I can play with? I did see that the very first time I passed it and thought, ooh, that looks interesting. But it's not actually that useful. Or at least it doesn't seem to be that useful. Our ship is on the opposite side of the planet. Somehow I don't think we're getting there in any useful amount of time. Can we talk about this statue at all? We told Gabbro. No, we can't tell you anything about this. Like hell, it's an unidentified signal. It's a museum shard. Okay, so what can the museum shard teach me? Well, so if I put that away... Oh, not like that. Not like that! Let's no. Keep that up. Good. If I pull that out, does that shard move? It does, so the photo has to remain on the screen. What can that tell me though, really? God, when I first saw that thing, I did not believe that's how it would behave. That photographing it holds it still, that's crazy. Anything up here? Let's take that as a no. Well, I can get out of the crater by doing that, but it's a long way to my ship. So, where is mining site 2A? Is it really our village? This is 2B. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? That 2A was abandoned because it was literally the village. It was where we evolved. In that crater. So to that end, is there anything else that I could find here? Maybe what I'll do is go back to the Quantum Grove and fiddle around with this geyser. because I want another look at that. This appears to just take me down to the same set of caves though. Yeah, it's fine. I will not have to burn oxygen today. Can I go down here without dying? Can I even find where here is? So I definitely noticed that the shard was moving and the sign was moving, but I wasn't sure about this geyser of all things. And in fact, I'm still not sure about that. Okay, there it goes. Grey. I hear it, but I don't see it at all now. What the hell is this? So weird. Is it located near the... No, it's in the center. So I know it was not in the center when I went down on the previous video. See the guys are in the middle there, so I'm just going to take this down and see if we see anything new here. Not that I really remember what I saw last time. It seems very similar. We have an outlet and an inlet. I remember that much. Yeah, it looks identical. Is this place being quantumly generated as well? Takes us to the room with the, fuck, don't send me upwards. Okay, never mind, we're going this way instead. This way takes us to what I believe is underneath the village. Is there any way out of here other than going up? Over there? Okay, I'm not sure where this is going to take me. Maybe back to the first room? No, 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 no. Fuck you. Takes us back out to the mountains, okay. That's, depressingly real. I wonder if one of these mountains can take me somewhere. And by that, I mean one specific mountain. How do I even track that, though? How do I track which is which? Suppose I can do that. Two more mountains there. Yeah, this is just going to take me back into this first room here, which is underneath the grove. I don't think I'm getting anything here. I think regardless of where the geyser is positioned in the grove, it's always going to take me down to this room. Then it can take me to underneath Site 2B. This is Site 2B. And if I go this way, that's going to take me to the village, which I believe is 2A. Because if I take one of those guys up, that takes me back to the village. And then if I go this way, that's taking me back towards Four Mountains. Two mountains there, two mountains here, and then we find ourselves back in the room underneath the grove. Yeah. I'm just going to position myself here if that's okay with you. I don't think we're finding anything else down there. We went through those tunnels, we saw those four geysers. There's some lore down there. And I think my ship's log did update, but I don't think we're getting anything else. Once again, I want to shorten these videos, so I might call it quits as soon as we go Nova. But if I have time, I'll take a very quick look at Hollow's Lantern. Just because I can't think of much else to do. Nothing new, okay. We've been to the Quantum Moon, but I don't believe I can do what I need to do there just yet. Let me just get in orbit here and see if there's any safe place to land. Am I gonna hit? I am. The autopilot thing that Slate mentions is just a cute way of saying we didn't build a proper collision model for this game. Or we did, it's very effective, but there's no way of just setting the autopilots and hoping for the best. I kind of love it. I've got to imagine there's somewhere I can land. That's hard though. There is one solid mass just coming around now. How much is spinning though? It's so tiny. Okay, gravity is a thing. Ye gods. Okay, gravity is not a thing apparently. Is there something here? I don't know. The computer implies that just by the layers of the planets and whatnot, that I can land here and find something perhaps, but I'm not seeing anything. There's some gravity here. I can't imagine we need to go inside the volcanoes, and that's not a thing, surely. If there's something here, I think it's very well hidden. Okay, maybe I can guess about the volcanoes. God, this is so dangerous. Do not try this at home, kids. What about up here? One of the tallest volcanoes. Ah! I'm not certain how that didn't kill me, but okay. We have a projection pool. What the fuck? I don't think I've got enough time. Timber Hearth projection stone. We have enough time to translate. Roots. Friends in the Timber Hearth mines. The last type of ore you sent us survives the longest in direct heat. Is this going to help us approach that orbital platform, perhaps? Bruce. Can you send us more of the same for additional testing? We're attempting to improve its durability, and our forge has already burned through everything you sent. Ueno. We'll deliver more ore to Hollow's Lantern immediately. You must be fired up about crafting the Ash Twin Project's protective shell. We heard about that back on Timber Hearth. Bruce. Yes, the idea of an encasement that's super... Oh shit, what the fuck? Supernova-proof encasements. That possibly explains how we're coming back each time after we die. Bruce, yes, the idea of an encasement that's supernova-proof, however briefly, has kindled my curiosity. They built something that could survive the supernova and then maybe reverse time? Or maybe what's happened is the sun has gone nova and we're just being constantly shunted backwards in time, and the Nomai are gathering our memories to try and prevent the supernova, perhaps. Roots, my gratitude. I imagine we'll also have an updated estimate soon of how much ore is needed to seal off the Ash Twin project. Ueno. Will it be more than we initially thought? The answer to that question is always yes. Bruce. It will be significantly more. The smallest crack or opening in the protective shell would destroy everything. Were they explicitly trying to protect themselves from a supernova though, or is that just a positive externality? Don't know. Find out soon, I guess. Where is this? That's depressing. Warning. Increased solar activity detected. Warning. Increased volcanic activity detected. Verdict. Location is now inhospitable. Evacuation recommended. I flubbed every single one of those lines. Cerebral YouTuber confirmed. Okay, I don't think we're getting anything else here unless there is something cunningly hidden inside one of the other volcanoes. I was not expecting that. Wow. Also, once again, I have no idea how I didn't die when the volcano erupted. 50% fuel, that's fine. The sun is about to go nova. I can see the time in OBS. And it's telling me that very shortly, we're all going to die. Well, actually, that's not true. I'm going to die, chat, but you'll probably be fine. There's nothing in that one. Unless maybe that's man-made down there, but honestly... Do I check it out? Trying to pull out my SigmaScope. It's nothing. So, did the Nomai see those warnings, or was that just an automated system? Can I get back to my ship at all? I don't think so. I'm burning shitloads of thruster just to try and stay in contact with this thing. Nup. We're done. Farewell, cruel world. It was nice knowing you. So there may be something in a different volcano. Maybe I'll check that out next. I'll fire a scout into the one that I looked at and then check out the other two and hopefully not die in the process. But that's interesting. I don't know if we learned anything, but it's interesting nevertheless. We learned at the very least that... Am I going to die here? I mean, I'm going to die here for sure, but am I going to die here or later? Later. We learned that the Ash Twin project is temporarily supernova proof, which seems very important. It probably has a lot to do with why we're in this time loop. Right. Next time, we'll check out the Hourglass Twins.